Hey Claudia, my name is Matt Filler in Seal Beach. Pleasure speaking to you earlier today. In this quick custom video, I'm going to show you 3 things you can do today to bring in more customers to your business. Most likely you're sitting there asking yourself, why would I be doing this and what's in it for me? Well, oftentimes in the worlds of the internet, most local business owners are too busy running their business to be learning how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is they don't know who is an expert and who isn't. I found that giving people an easy blueprint of actual things they can do to impact their business for free has resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hands and saying, I like you, Matt, please do this for me. So if by the end of this video you've liked what you heard and you can see that I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help you getting more business, shoot me a message back and let me know when we can chat. Or if at the end of this video you simply want to take this free attack plan I gave you to do yourself, that works for me too. All I ask is that you take a second to give me your feedback about this video. I value your time. So now let me show you 3 things that will set your company above your competition: content, citations, and backlinks. So the first thing I want to go over is content. Content is the words that Google can see on your web page, including words hidden behind images and in the names of images. You can see this image is saved as final80logo.avi. What you want to do is have a buyer intent keyword like 80 Alpha Electric Inc. Los Angeles or Long Beach or whatever city you want to is your biggest city. And in each of these images, you want to do the same thing with something that will be a buyer intent keyword. You also want to put a keyword in something called the alt text that is available behind the image for blind people, which Google also reads. Content you have on your website is critical because that is what Google can read on your site and is the basis on which they decide which keywords to show your site for and thus who to show your site to. You guys have about 300 words on your homepage. I'm sure you know these guys over here are one of your competitors. I went through their site and they've got about 600 words of content on their homepage and 800 words on this Long Beach page. Studies show that most sites in the top 3 on Google for something like an electrician in a local area have at least 1,500 to 2,200 words. So getting more content on your website would get it to immediately start ranking those all-important buyer intent keywords. You also might want to consider adding what we call location pages to your website for various cities you serve so you can start ranking for those cities as well as Southwest Industrial Electric has done. This is a tool I use called Ahrefs, which starts at $129 a month. Essentially, it gives me behind-the-scenes details of what Google is looking at when it comes to ranking a site. So I ran a quick scan of your competitor here. You can see their website is getting 491 visitors from Google per month. That's traffic you could be getting. And if I go and click on keywords here, it'll show the exact keywords your competition is ranking for and what your customers are searching for every month. As you can see, your competitor is ranking number 1 for electrical contractors Los Angeles, commercial electrician Los Angeles, electrical contractor Los Angeles, so forth. Southwest Industrial Electric is down here. All of these sites are bringing in traffic to them. When we go back to your site, you're not optimized for those terms. In fact, you're not getting any keywords at all showing up in Ahrefs, which means Google doesn't know what your site is about to show it to people who are searching. So the first thing you need to do to beat your competition online is to have a minimum of 1,500 to 2,200 words on your homepage, because that's what's driving your competitors' keywords, and it's 100% beatable if you get this done. So the first thing you can do today is to add content to your website to get it ranking for buyer intent keywords. Next, I'm going to show you the second important thing I want to talk about, and that is citations. Today, the vast majority of people looking for goods and services are doing so online first, and the place over 90% of them go to start their search is Google. Looking at the Google search results page for commercial electric Long Beach, the first thing we see is the ads people are paying Google to be up on. Ads can work, but they can also become a money pit if your website isn't dialed in. So be careful not to burn your money with Google ads until you know for sure your site will convert. You know this next section as the Google Map Pack or Google Maps. or Google Business Profiles. This section gets half the calls from the web. And in those results, we can see the business name, address, and phone number, also known as the NAP for name, address, and phone number. And this is how Google verifies and gives relevance to your website. So now you're asking, hey, Matt, how do I show up in Maps? To answer your question, there are a number of fairly obvious things you can do by looking at the options that come up when you click on Manage Your Business Profile as you look at your own business profile. I'm going to focus on citations, the number one non-obvious thing you can do to push your business up in the map pack. Right now, you're not ranking in the top 3, and your business name, address, and phone number aren't listed in many directories. A directory is an internet site like InfoUSA, Yext, CityStar, and your competitor. They are listed in more directories. So a citation is your name, address, and phone number on places like Yellow Pages, the BBB, Facebook, Yelp, and a couple hundred other directories. And when you get more citations, you get more trust in your competitor from Google, pushing you above them in the map pack. Now you might be asking yourself, great, how do I do that? Well, it's really simple. We use sites like BrightLocal that will tell us exactly what directories your competition is listed on. Then we can literally go down their list and match what directories they are on. But we don't stop there because we don't want to just match them. We want to dominate them online. So if your competitor has 50 citations, we want to get what they got and add 50 to 100 more. So it takes them a long time to catch back up. So the second thing I have taught you about today is how citations are key to moving you up in the map pack and you get you more calls from the internet. Now, the third thing I want to cover with you is backlinks. This is the organic search section of Google. 60% of searchers focus here. You can see your site is not number 1. Now, number 1 is where you want to be, and to get here, you have to beat out your competition in every respect. How high you rank here depends on a number of factors, but the most important one is authority. A key factor in giving your site authority in Google's eyes is backlinks. Backlinks, simply put, work like this. Another site is pointing at your site. That other site is acting like link juice, which gives your website more authority in Google's eyes, almost like a popularity contest. This is Ahrefs again. We can see you have 50 backlinks pointing at your site. Unfortunately, most of them are spam. We got a couple of non-spam ones here. Spam links are just something that accumulate around sites, or it can be negative ones also, but these look like they're just the ones that accumulate based on people trying to sell you stuff on the internet. Let's look at these backlinks. There's more to it than how many backlinks you have. The backlinks you obtain work a lot more effectively when they come from strong, busy, and relevant sites. You can see how strong a site is and how much traffic it's getting. As for relevant, if you have a local blog or an electrician industry site linking back to you, that would be great. But if you're an electrician and you have Pizza Hut linking to you, not so great because you don't sell pepperoni. Now look at your competitor. They have 274 links from more relevant sites. With Ahrefs, we can see exactly which links they have, and we can go get those same backlinks for your business. These backlinks will give you the authority with Google that will propel you towards number 1. So I've explained how backlinks get your site authority on the web, and how if you have more authority, then you will rank higher in the search engines people are doing to find an electrician. Getting you to the top is not magic, it's just a method, and I've shown you that method today. So once again, we went over your front page needs at least 1,500 to 2,200 words of content. Citations, you want to have 100 to 300 of these to beat out your competition by a landslide. And backlinks, you need to have strong, busy, relevant sites pointing at you guys to show Google you are the authority in your niche. And if you implement these strategies today, you can be number 1 in Google for your local area for commercial electricians. So what now? Well, you can either go with this information I provided you today and do this on your own, and I am totally cool with that. However, if you want the most effective route and want to save yourself the time, you can give me a call here at 562-264-5530 or reply to my email, and we can have a chat. Once again, my name is Matt Filler. Thank you, Claudia, for watching this video today. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.